This is Beach Collegiate League Baseball on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network, and it starts right now.
Good afternoon and welcome to Beach Collegiate Baseball League action right here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. My name is Brandon Biskobing and we are just about set to get underway in Game 2 here today at Myrtle Beach High School, as it will be the 5-6-1 Myrtle Beach Surf taking on the 9-3-1 Palmetto Generals in Game 2. A little behind schedule today as a result of the very chaotic 13 to 12 win by the North Myrtle Beach Bluefish over the the Longboards. It was the Dolphins. It was the Longboards, It's been a crazy and chaotic day thus far. Like I mentioned, 13 to 12. The Dolphins, 14 to 13, the Bluefish beat the Longboards in Game 1. And now we are set for Game 2 of the day, as the Myrtle Beach Surf get ready to take on the Palmetto Generals. We'll give you the starting lineups for the Surf in just a second. It will be number 1 Nate Melvin leading it off and playing second base. Batting second and playing shortstop will be number 2 Peyton Whitehead. Number 24 Robert Johnston will bat third and play first base. Batting cleanup and the extra hitter is number 25 Carlos Diaz. Batting fifth is number 21, Anthony Stellato, and he will play third base. The catcher, Austin Gieson, number 27, will bat sixth. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 14, Tyler Pulliam. Number 19, Austin Maiden, the right fielder, will bat eighth. Batting ninth and playing center field is number 27, Robbie Manor. And rounding things off in the 10th spot is number 8, Zuri Dublin. He will be the left fielder as Nate Melvin steps into the box. And he will lead it off against the starter for the Generals, Sean Taylor. The first pitch is a strike at the letters. And we are underway here in Game 2. Start time 12:34, about an hour behind schedule, because of the craziness of the 14 to 13 nail biter in the first game. That ball fouled off, and it's a 1-1. It's an 0-2 count now. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's one away. That'll bring up Peyton Whitehead, the shortstop. Whitehead from Westminster College. In his freshman year, he went 299, with 25 runs, 4 home runs, and 26 RBI. The first pitch is a curveball that's fouled off, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball lofted towards the Surf dugout. We'll see if it stays in play. It will not, as it will just fall foul. And we'll do it all over again. at 1-2. Just getting things underway here. Beautiful day here in Myrtle Beach. The 1-2. Curveball that's fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 1-2. Just a few clouds in the sky, but not all that many. It is 85 degrees out there today. Beautiful day. Not too hot. It's definitely warm out there. It's definitely pretty hot. As that ball is lofted out into straightaway right field, right at the right fielder, Britt, for the second out of the inning. So there are 2 away now. Robert Johnston will step into the box, the first baseman. There is a chance of rain later on this afternoon. So these teams, this game, for the benefit of the league just in general, as the first pitch to Johnston is a ball outside. It's a 1-0 count. For the benefit of the league just in general, they will hope to get through this game pretty quickly and start the third game relatively quickly, because starting at 3 o'clock, it just progressively gets more likely that it will rain. The 1-1 misses inside. 2-1 count now. Has a 30% chance of rain at 3 o'clock, and then up to 69 at 4, and then 71 at 5 o'clock. And if the first game went normal time, as that pitch misses low, it's now a 3-1 count. If the first game went normal time and this game had started when it was originally supposed to at 11:30, probably wouldn't be worried about it as much, because the third game would get started around 1:32, around there. And the game would probably be at least close to over by the time the rain came in, as that pitch is a called strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's a full count. The payoff pitch is fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it all over again at 3-2. But now with the first game going so long and everything getting pushed back now, you have to wonder how much of a threat, especially if this game becomes an offensive slog, how much of a risk that last game of the day is in. That pitch misses high, and a walk by Johnston. A good job by him, making Taylor use a good amount of pitches. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Carlos Diaz, the extra hitter. Get you the defensive alignment for the Generals. Left to right in the outfield, it will be Rice, Maxwell, and Britt. Third to first on the infield, Correa, Nipper, Farrell, and Hambrick. And Courier is doing the catching for Sean Taylor. The first pitch to Diaz. Curveball just misses up and in. And it's a 1-0 count. Runner on first base, 2 away. The pitch will not come. Pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Johnston close. The 1-0 is a ball inside. 2-0 count now. The 2-0 pitch. Curveball just didn't quite break enough. Misses high. 3-0 count now. The 3-0, just a get-me-over fastball right down the heart of the plate, and it's now a 3-1 count. This is the first time these two teams are facing off against each other this season. And that ball's fouled back and bounces off of the bleachers over just to the right of the Generals dugout along the third base line. This is the one and only time that these two teams will face off against each other this season, barring something happening in the playoffs, barring these two teams facing off against each other in the playoffs. Runner on first base, 2 away. That pitch, curveball drops in there on the low outside corner, and it's a called strike 3. And that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. First chance for the Generals on offense as we head to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. First chance on offense for the Generals. JT Rice will lead it off for Palmetto, the left fielder. It'll be JT Rice, the left fielder, leading it off. Zeb Maxwell, the center fielder, will bat second. Batting third and playing right field is Dakota Britt. The cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, Garrett Dennis. Ethan Hambrick will bat fifth and play first base as the first pitch is a called strike right down the heart of the plate. A two-seam fastball from Emerson Tucholsky. And it's 0-1. Batting sixth in the extra hitter is Zach Kibler. Batting seventh as that ball is fouled off, and it's quickly 0-2. Batting seventh and the third baseman is Rob Correa. Batting eighth and the shortstop is Jackson Nipper. Batting ninth and catching is Tyler Courier. And rounding things off, as that pitch misses up and in, it's 1-2 now. And rounding things off, the second baseman, Cam Farrell. JT Rice, so far this season, batting .371. The 1-2 is a ball outside. 2-2 count. .371. With 8 runs, 8 RBI, 8 runs, 1 home run, and 8 RBI. The pitch is swung on and lined right at the third baseman Stellato. He just lifts his glove up slightly and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Zeb Maxwell. Maxwell batting .310 on the season. With 8 runs and 4 RBI. The first pitch is a ball low, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lofted into shallow center field. Coming in and actually going out and making the catch is the shortstop Whitehead. He'll call off man around in center, and there are 2 away. We'll give you the defensive alignment for the Surf. It will be Dublin, Manor, and Mann in the outfield, left to right. Stellato, Whitehead, Melvin, and Johnston, third to first in the infield. And Gisa is doing the catching for Cholsky. The first pitch is a ball low, and it's 1-0 to Dakota Britt. Britt this season batting .214 thus far. The pitch is a curveball that drops in on the low inside corner. And it's 1-1. It has 10 runs and 5 RBI on the season. The 1-1. Misses high. Fastball trying to get him to chase. And it's 3-1. 2-1, excuse me. The 2-1 pitch. Curveball drops in there on the inside part of the plate, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ball just a little bit inside, and now Britt works the count full. The payoff pitch by Cholsky. Curveball just misses low. And Britt gets the Generals their first base runner of the day with a 6-pitch walk. That'll bring up Garrett Dennis, the designated hitter. Dennis batting .421 on the season with 3 runs and 3 RBI. The pitch to Dennis is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Runner on first base, 2 away. The 0-1. Swung on and fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2 to Dennis. The 0-2. Fastball lofted over down the right field line. That will be caught behind. Oh, no, actually, excuse me. It will drop, and that will be a foul ball. It looked like Johnston was able to make the over-the-shoulder catch, but couldn't quite hang on. And that's just a high strike, and it remains 0-2. The 0-2. Ball in the dirt. And Britt will advance to second on defensive indifference. He wasn't even really running all that fast. But between the ball being in the dirt and Gisa just seemingly not really worrying about it, he just gets in. That pitches the ball up and away. 2-2 count now. The payoff pitch misses inside. Actually, it was 2-2. Missed inside. Now it's a full count. Pitch missed up and in. Now the payoff pitch. Swung on and lofted out into straightaway left field. Coming in at first, now ranging back and able to make the catch. Oh no, excuse me, will not be able to make the catch. Wait, oh no, that one got out. That ball got over the fence just barely. I thought for a second that Dublin had caught it. And I think Dennis thought he had caught it at first as well. But it just gets over the fence for a 2-run home run. And just like that, the Generals lead it 2-0. That ball just sneaking over the wall. And now that'll bring up Ethan Hambrick. The first pitch to Hambrick. Swung on and chopped down the third base line. Trying to backhand it was Nick Grasso at third base, but just could not hang on to it, the third base coach. The pitch, curveball, that one is grounded into the hole, grabbed on, bobbled it for a second, but able to recover and throw it on the first in time. A little short, but a good scoop by Johnston. Great play by Whitehead in the hole, knocked it down, made sure to stay with it, and make a strong throw over to first base to get Hambrick at first. So that'll end the inning, but not before the Generals put 2 up on the board via the home run ball. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors and no one left on base after 1 full. 2-0 Generals as we head to the top of the second inning here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Five, 6, 7 due up for the Surf as the first pitch of the strike on the high outside corner. And it's 0-1 to Anthony Stellato. The 0-1 pitch misses up and away. 1-1 count now. Stellato as the pitch is a ball low. 2-1 count now. We are here at Myrtle Beach High School. That pitch is swung on and fouled off, and it's a 2-2 count now. That pitch is swung on and lofted out to straightaway left field. caught by Rice for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Austin Gisa. We are here at Myrtle Beach High School, 330 down the left field line, 370 to straightaway center field, and 315 down the right field line. The first pitch to Gisa. Curveball drops in on a low inside corner, and it's 0-1. Gisa from Webster College batted .300 this season with 3 runs, 1 home run, and 2 RBI. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball that's popped foul down the right field line. And it's 1-1. Beautiful ballpark here in Myrtle Beach. They have the tarp around the banner around home plate that says The Beach. That pitch is a ball up and in. 1-2 now. You can see Doug Shaw Stadium, the football stadium, behind the right field fence. And one of the nicer high school parks in the area. That ball, curveball, swung on and fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 1-2. The Surf are wearing their yellow jerseys with the white lettering and Myrtle Beach Surf logo on the front with gray pants. And the yellow caps with the Surf logo on the front. Generals wearing their purple jerseys with the Generals logo on the front in white lettering and white numbers and white pants with the black Generals caps as that ball is fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 1-2. One and two count, 1 away in the top of the second inning. 2-0 ball game. Scored completely by a 2-run home run in the bottom half of the first inning by Garrett Dennis. That pitch is fouled back to the screen. And we'll do it all over again at 1-2. If nothing else, Gisa is making Taylor use a decent bit of pitching. The 1-2. That ball is swung on and driven deep out down the left field line. That will hook foul. Didn't quite have home run distance. Bounced off the top of the wall. But it was in foul territory. But Gisa put a drive into that one. Just barely missing a home run, both in terms of distance and in terms of location. The 1-2 once again. That ball is fouled off once again. And Gisa is making Taylor work. The pitch. That ball is lined out down into left center field. That'll drop into the triangle. And in there for a base hit. Gisa with a great at-bat right there. That was a 9-pitch at-bat for Gisa. And he finishes it off with the single. That'll bring up Tyler Pulliam, the designated hitter. The first pitch to Pulliam is a ball outside, 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, and it plunks him. So Pulliam gets on first base via the hit by a pitch. Runner on first and second base now with one away. That'll bring up Austin Mann. Mann from Westminster College. This past season with Westminster went .240 with 8 runs, 2 home runs, and 16 RBI. Runner on first and second base, 1 away. The first pitch to Mann. Changeup that drops in over the heart of the plate, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Spin around and throw over to second base. But Farrell wasn't even ready to go to the bag. He wasn't even anywhere near the bag as Gisa quickly slides back into the base. The pitch. Ball just a little bit low. And it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Ball low and inside. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and popped out of play. And we'll do it again at 2-2. The 2-1. Or 2-2, excuse me. Curveball popped high and out of play over the Surf dugout. The 2-2 once more. That ball fouled off over the Surf dugout once again. And we'll do it again at 2-2. This Surf offense, if nothing else, they are making Taylor use a lot of pitches here in the second inning. Already through just 1 1/3. Only already up to 38 pitches. That pitch grounded over to the shortstop on the second for 1. Will not be able to make the throw to first. That'll be a 6-4 fielder's choice, Nipper to Farrell. And now there's runners at the corner with 2 away. That'll bring up Zuri Dublin, the left fielder. So runners at the corner with 2 away. And this will already, the next pitch will already be Sean Taylor's 40th pitch of the day. That just shows you what those long at-bats in this inning have done. That pitch misses low and inside. Why no? And you have to wonder, he is the General's ace. But still, even with that, you'd have to wonder how long he's going to be allowed to go today. That ball is fouled off behind the Surf dugout. And it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Curveball that didn't quite break enough. And it's a 2-1 count, missing inside. The 2-1. Ball just off the plate outside. And it's a 2-2 count. 3-1 count. The 3-1. Called strike right on the inside part of the plate. The wide strike zone there. And the count's run full. Runners at the corner. 2 away. Surf trying to get their first runs on the board. That ball is a high chopper over to the second baseman. Fielded by Farrell. Throw on first base in time for the final out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left on base. After 1.5, it's still 2-0 Generals here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Six, 7, 8 due up for the Generals in the bottom half of the second inning. The first pitch is a ball low and away into 1-0 count to Zach Kibler. That pitch, oh no, excuse me. Thought I heard a bat. That's the 1-0 is a strike, swung on and missed for strike 1. And it's 1-1. That's a good pitch on the outside part of the plate. The 1-1. Curveball swung on and missed. Swinging over the top of it, and it's quickly 1-2. The 1-2. Is a ball low. 2-2 count now. Zach Kibler this season batting .143 thus far. The 2-2. That ball is lofted down the left field line. It'll be in no man's land, but will get out of play. Thought the left fielder might have had a chance of getting it, but it just goes a little bit too far out of play. Now it's a 2-2 count. Kibler has 1 run, no RBIs thus far this season. The pitch. Curveball misses up and away. Now it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Ball in the dirt. And Kibler works the count full. The payoff pitch. Swung on and lofted into right center field. Will drift to the right over to Main, who will make the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Rob Correa. Correa on the season batting 182 with 1 run and 1 RBI. The first pitch to Correa. Ball low, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball hits the inside black, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. Another curveball. This one hit right up the middle. A great stab by Tchaikovsky, and he will flip on to first base for the second out of the inning. That ball not hit too hard, but still a tough play after your delivery on the follow-through, having to field that ball right back up the middle, but Tchaikovsky made the nice play, and there are 2 away. That'll bring up Jackson Nipper. He takes the first pitch low, and it's 1-0. Jackson Nipper this season thus far batting .250 with 5 runs. That pitch misses low and away. 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. Ball low. 3-0 count now. The 3-0. Strike at the letters. And it's a 3-1 count. The 3-1. That ball is fouled off over towards the Surf dugout. And we'll do it again at 3-2. The payoff pitch. That ball lined down the right field line, but foul. And we'll do it all over again at 3-2. The payoff pitch once more. That ball grounded down the left field line, and once again we'll roll foul. And if nothing else, Nipper is making Tchaikovsky throw some pitches. The payoff pitch once again. That ball fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it all over again at 3-2. The payoff pitch once more. Curveball misses low, and Nipper works the walk. Great plate appearance by Nipper. Making Tchaikovsky use 9 pitches in that plate appearance. Actually, 10 pitches in that plate appearance. That'll bring up Tyler Courier. The first pitch to him is a ball inside, and it's a 1-0 count. Courier, thus far this season, batting .143. Pickoff throw over to first base by the lefty, keeping Nipper close. Courier batting 143, but has 2 runs and 1 RBI. That pitch plunks him, and that'll put Courier on first base with the hit by a pitch. So now runners in on first and second with 2 away. That'll bring up Cam Farrell. Farrell thus far this season batting .214 with 2 runs and 1 RBI. Runners on first and second with 2 away here in the bottom half of the second inning. The first pitch to Farrell is a ball outside, and it's 1-0. The 1-0. Ripped down the left field line, but foul. And it's 1-1. Farrell just took that pitch and pulled it down the left field line. Turned his wrists over, but just could not quite keep it in fair territory. Got out a little out in front of it. That pitch is a strike on the outside part of the plate. And it's 1-2. The 1-2. Fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it all over again at 1-2. Some good plate appearances by the Generals, if nothing else, in this inning. And that pitch misses low and away. 2-2 count. Making Tucholsky use a lot of pitches in this inning. Both starters being forced to throw a lot of pitches early on in this game. That ball is popped high into the center of the diamond. Coming in and making the catch on the run is Stellato to end the inning. So that will do it for the bottom half of the second inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 2 full, still 2-0 Generals here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Ten 1-2 due up for the Surf as we head to the top of the third inning. It will be Zuri Dublin, Nate Melvin, and Peyton Whitehead leading it off against Sean Taylor in his third inning of work. Zuri Dublin steps into the box. The first pitch to him is swung on and fouled back right to the screen. And it's 0-1. Dublin from Clark, Atlanta, in his freshman year, batted .250 with 1 run and 3 RBI. The 0-1. Curveball that gets him to swing over the top of it, and it's 0-2. A filthy curveball by Sean Taylor right there. The 0-2 pitch. Another curveball that gets him to swing over the top of it. 3 pitches, 1 strikeout for Sean Taylor, and there's 1 away. That'll bring us back to the top of the order, and Nate Melvin, who is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. Sean Taylor, this is his second start of the season. That pitch is a called strike, and it's 0-1. His second start of the season has pitched 9 2/3 innings thus far, as that pitches the ball inside, and it's a 1-1 count now. He's got an 0-1 record thus far. The pitch swung on and popped high into straightaway right field. Moving over just a little to his left is Britt, and he will make the catch for the second out of the inning. Taylor has a 5.58 ERA and a 1.45 WHIP thus far this season. Has walked 6 and has 8 strikeouts. He's a local guy, originally from St. James High School. The first pitch is a curveball that drops in low, and it's 1-0 to Peyton Whitehead, who's 0 for 1 today with a fly out to right field. The 1-0 is swung on and lined out into left field, in there for a base hit. Bobbled by Rice, but he's able to recover and avoid Whitehead advancing any further than first base. But that'll be a 2-out single for Peyton Whitehead, and that'll bring up Robert Johnston, who does not have an official at-bat yet today, but walked in the first inning. Taylor was originally committed to Coker, went to Coker this past season, but decided to decommit, and he's looking for a new school to go to. That curveball drops in on the low outside corner, and it's 0-1 to Johnston. Taylor also played for these Generals last season, had a 2-1 record with a 4.5 ERA, 1.67 WHIP. Had 4 walks and 13 strikeouts for the Generals last season. That pitch swung on and lined out into right field. That'll drop in front of Britt for a 2-out single, and just like that, the Surf are in business, have a runner in scoring position with 2 away. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter Carlos Diaz, the extra hitter. He's 0 for 1 today, struck out looking to end the first inning. Taylor, a local guy from St. James High School, went to St. James High School, so he's used to this ballpark, and one that has a much larger backstop than this place does. This place has about a normal-sized backstop, a little big, but not too big, not nearly as big as St. James. That's a curveball that drops in at the knees, and it's an 0-1 count to Diaz. He also ran cross-country at St. James. That's another great curveball that drops in at the knees, and it's quickly 0-2 to Diaz. His dad, Matt, drives for Uber at times. I've had the pleasure of talking to him on a couple of car rides around town, as that pitch is a curveball that drops low in the dirt, and it's a 1-2 count now. Throws an 80-mile-an-hour fastball. I actually talked to his dad, Matt, before this game today. He was the one, before I even got the lineup card, he said, Sean's pitching today. Runners on first and second base, 2 away. The 1-2. Curveball perfectly placed at the knees, and that'll end the inning. Sean Taylor's curveball is working to perfection thus far today. So the Surf go down. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 2.5, still 2-0 Generals here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Top of the order due up for the Generals. It will be J.T. Rice to lead it off. He is 0 for 1 today. Lined out to the third baseman Stellato to lead off the game offensively for the Generals. The first pitch to Rice is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Emerson Tucholsky out to the mound for his third inning of work. That ball is grounded over to the third baseman. Stellato Fields throws on to first base in time for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Zeb Maxwell. He's 0 for 1 today. Popped out to the shortstop in the first inning. Tucholsky from Southern Maine Community College, heading into his sophomore season. The first pitch is a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. A good curveball by Tucholsky, and it's 0-1. He didn't play at all this year. Well, the team in general didn't play at all this year. That pitch is a ball just a little bit low. 1-1 count. Team didn't play at all this year due to COVID. The 1-1, that ball fouled back, and will get out play beyond the Surf dugout, and it's a 1-2 count. And that's something that a lot of the Northeastern guys, especially at community college, and a lot of the guys that are coming in from the West Coast, didn't get a season at all this year, so interesting to see how rusty they are. That curveball misses outside. And it's a full count now. In high school, he was a two-sport athlete at Westlake High School. As that pitch misses low and away. Actually, that was a 2-2 count. Now it's a full count. Was a two-sport athlete at Westlake High School, also playing basketball. And he has that tall frame out on the mound. That pitch misses low and away. And a good at-bat for Maxwell, working the count and working the walk. That'll bring up Dakota Britt, who is 0 for 1 today. Or, excuse me, 0 for 0 today. Did not have an official at-bat. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. And then came around to score on the 2-run blast by Garrett Dennis. Runner on first base, 1 away. The pitch. Curveball misses high. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Fastball hits the low outside corner, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. Curveball misses low and away. Throw down to second base will get past the shortstop and into center field, and that will allow Maxwell to advance all the way to third. So score that, a stolen base and an E2 that allows Maxwell to get up to third base. So another run just 90 feet away. And now an opportunity for Britt to drive in a run and extend the lead. The pitch. Curveball misses high. 3-1 count now. The 3-1. Another curveball. This one fouled off. And that'll work the count full. The payoff pitch. Ball misses low and away, and actually it was a 2-2 count. Now it's full. The payoff pitch. Misses up and in, and not sure if it got a piece of him or it's just a walk, but either way, Britt moves on to first base. So runners on the corners now with one away. And that'll bring up Garrett Dennis. He had the big fly in the first inning to put the 2 runs on the board for the Generals. The first pitch is a ball low, and it's a 1-0 count. Would love to put some wood onto this one as well and get another RBI. The 1-0. Fastball lined back to the screen. And it's 1-1. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Already a 2-0 ball game. The Generals trying to extend that. That ball is lofted down the left field line, and that will be foul. Didn't quite have the distance on that one anyway, but that one just hooked a little bit foul, and we'll do it again at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch will not come as Techelski will step off the mound. The pitch swung on and fouled back. And once again, another battle brewing with Dennis fouling off a number of pitches. The 1-2 once more will now come as they get the runner at first going, but they throw. What a heads-up play by Johnston at first base, noticing that Maxwell was headed home on the pickoff attempt, and he guns it home and gets Maxwell trying to take home. That cuts down the run attempt. Britt does advance to second base. But a great heads-up play by Johnston, and a great job by Gisa putting down the tag. So now there are 2 away. Runner on second base with 2 away. But that could end the real threat by Palmetto. The curveball. That ball is grounded over to the second baseman. Fielded by Melvin. Thrown on to first base in time for the... I guess they called... I thought I saw the umpire call him out. But they will call Maxwell safe. So Maxwell gets in there safely. There are 2 away now. And now it's a 3-0 ball game. That'll bring up Ethan Hambrick. That ball is fouled off. Over towards the Surf dugout. And it's 0-1. That ground out did allow Britt to advance. So runner on third base with 2 away. Hambrick got robbed of a hit by a great play out in short. That pitch misses low and away. And it's 1-1. Whitehead knocking down the ball and making a strong throw to beat out Hambrick at first to end the first inning. That's a strike on the low outside corner, and it's 1-2. One and 2 count. Runner on third base. Already 1 run in. The pitch. Ball low. The pitch. Ball. Oh no! Called strike 3 on the low inside corner, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Generals put another run on the board. 1 run on no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. After 3 full, it's 3-0 Generals here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Five, 6, 7 due up for the Surf in the top half of the 4th inning. It will be Anthony Stellato leading it off. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left to lead off the 2nd inning. The first pitch to Stellato is a ball low and inside, and it's a 1-0 count. Three nothing ball game. After 2 runs scored in the first inning, courtesy of the 2-run home run, as that pitch misses outside, 2-0. And then another run scored back in the last half inning with the stolen base of home. The 2-0 Curveball popped high towards the Generals' dugout. We'll see if it stays in play. A diving attempt by the catcher, but he will not be able to come up with it. And he looks to be all right. Lucky for him, there aren't real dugouts here. It's just the fence in front of the in level play dugout, if you can call it that. As he almost went into the bench. The 2-1 pitch. Misses up and away. 3-1 count now. This game moving along a little bit more briskly than the first game. Obviously, the first game, that pitch is swung on and fouled off. And it is 2-2. Obviously, this game not having the 13-run third inning that we had, or excuse me, the 15-run third inning that we had in the first game today. 7 runs scored by the by the Longboards, followed by the 8 runs scored by the Bluefish, as that ball is lofted down the left field line. Coming in and making the catch is the third baseman for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Austin Gisa. He is 1 for 1 today with a single. Was stranded at third, however. Gisa from Webster College. The first pitch. Strike called on the inside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. Batted .300 this season with 3 runs, 1 home run, and 2 RBI. That pitch misses low and away, and it's a 1-1 count now. Was a 2-sport athlete in high school at Lincoln Southeast, also playing outside linebacker and long snapper on the football team. And that he put the drive into this one, going back, way back, and caught on the warning track by Rice for the second out of the inning. That ball, he got some good wood on that one, but just could not quite get enough of it to get it out. And Rice caught it right at the edge of the warning track. That'll bring up Tyler Pulliam. He does not have an official at-bat yet. Was hit by a pitch in the second inning. The first pitch is lofted into shallow left center field. We'll see if it drops. It does. It will drop in front of the left fielder Rice for a 2-out single. And the Surfer still alive here in the fourth. That'll bring up Austin Mayen, who reached on a fielder's choice in his first at-bat in the second inning. Mayen from Westminster College. Now there's some discussion between the field umpire and the second baseman about something. Not sure exactly what it is, but we are set to go once again. As a pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Pulliam close. The first pitch of the ball inside. It's a 1-0 count to Mayen. The 1-0 pitch. Pickoff throw over to first base first to keep Pulliam close. The 1-0. Fastball that's lofted high down the left field line, ranging over towards the line and making the catch right at the line is J.T. Rice for the final out of the inning. So no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left on base. After 3.5, still 3-0 Generals here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Six, seven, eight due up for the Generals in the bottom half of the fourth inning. It will be Zach Kibler leading it off. He's 0 for 1 today with a fly out to right field. The first pitch to Kibler is fouled off, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Kibler is swung on and lined out into left center field. That'll drop into the gap, and that actually got out. That ball kept on going, and that ball gets out of here in left center field. It's a solo home run for Kibler, and the Generals now lead it 4-0. Off the bat, it did not sound like that would carry as much as it did. But that one just kept on going, got up into the jet stream, and carried out into left center field. And now it's 4-0. That'll bring up Rob Correa. He is 0 for 1 today. Grounded out back to the pitcher, and they're going to check to see if he stepped on first base. And the umpire says that he did. The first pitch to Correa is a ball outside. It's a 1-0 count now. Correa from MCLA. Played for the Longboards last year. The pitch is fouled off down the right field line. And it's 0-1. Excuse me, 0-2. Played for the Longboards last season, went 273 with 2 runs and 2 RBI last season. The pitch. That ball fouled off. We'll see if it stays in play. It will, actually, as Johnston just has to move over a little bit into foul territory and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Jackson Nipper. He does not have an official at-bat. Worked a walk in his first play appearance. The first pitch to Nipper is a strike on the outside black. And it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swung on and missed on a changeup, and it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 misses high and away. 1-2 count now. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back, and it'll remain a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Curveball fouled off once again towards the Surf dugout. And it'll remain a 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is a ball low and away. And it's a 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Called strike 3 at the knees, and there are 2 away. That'll bring up Tyler Courier. He does not have an official at-bat yet. Was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Courier, this is his second season with the Generals. The first pitch is a curveball that swung on and missed for strike 1. Tried to check his swing, but went around. And probably would have been a strike regardless. Looked like it dropped into the zone. The 0-1 pitch is a ball low in the dirt. And it's a 1-1 count. The interesting note for Tyler Courier, he goes to St. Joe's of May, but he's born on Cape Cod. That pitch misses low. And it's a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch. Curveball misses high. 3-1 count now. Courier, originally from Bourne, Massachusetts. Technically not on the Cape, just over the Bourne Bridge. But the Bourne Braves of the Cape Cod Baseball League play there. That misses inside. And that Courier works a walk. But as I was saying, he was a bullpen catcher for 4 years for the Bourne Braves. And he will now be replaced. He will be pinch run for. But I'm sure in that time, in 4 years, you have to imagine that he's caught some bullpen sessions of a few major leaguers, or at the very least, a couple of minor leaguers. That pitch is swung on and lofted out into left center field, ranging over to his right, and making the catch is Dublin. Ranging to his left, is Dublin for the final out of the inning. So one run on 1 hit, and that's the big fly. Home run by Zach Kibler extends the lead out to 4. It's 4-0 Generals here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. (9-10-1) due up for the Surf as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. It will be Robbie Manor leading it off. Manor 0 for 1 today with a grounder to the second baseman to end the 2nd inning. Sean Taylor out there for his 5th inning of work. You have to wonder how much longer he has to go. He's up to 71 pitches now. The first pitch. Curveball drops in at the knees and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball that he lofts up high right over to the shortstop Nipper. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Zuri Dublin. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging to lead off the 3rd inning. Zuri Dublin from Clark Atlanta College was a two-sport athlete in high school. That ball is swung on and missed. A good curveball that gets Dublin to swing over the top of it, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses up and away. 1-1 count. Was a two-sport athlete at Glasgow High School. Also played running back and outside linebacker on the football team. The 1-1 misses up and in. 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch. Curveball launched down the left field line, but foul. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Four-2 ball game with the Generals leading it. The 2-2. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 away. That'll bring up Nate Melvin, who is 0 for 2 today. Struck out and flew out to right field. Taylor looks to be on a roll. And with it being the 5th inning, he's up to 71 pitches, but if he continues this, up to probably around 76 now, I was dead on. That pitch is swung on and grounded foul over to the third base coach, who bobbled it, can't hang on to it barehanded, but grabs it and throws it back to Taylor. But with Taylor about to hit 80 pitches, you would have to imagine that now, as the 0-1 pitch misses inside, and it's a 1-1 count. With Taylor about to hit 80 pitches, you'd have to imagine that he may be on a bit of a short leash, but with him being the ace, as that ball is launched out into left center field, that will be caught by the left fielder Rice, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After 4.5, it's still 4-0 Generals here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Top of the order due up for the Generals. It will be JT Rice leading it off, and there was actually a new pitcher that came in for the Surf last inning, and he comes in for his second inning of work. It is Tegan Andre, who came in to pitch in the last inning. We'll get you his particulars in just a second. The first pitch is a strike on the outside black, and it's 0-1. To JT Rice, who's 0 for 2 today, lined out to the third baseman and then grounded out to the third baseman. Making Stellato work over at the hot corner. The pitch misses low and away. 1-1 count. Andre from Framingham State. The lefty was 1-0 with a 2.25 ERA. The 1-1 is grounded over into the hole. Stabbing at it and trying to make the play. It goes through both the third baseman and the shortstop. Both of them made an effort at it, but it ricochets into left field. That will be a leadoff single for JT Rice. And now Zeb Maxwell will step into the box with a runner on first base and no one out. Maxwell 0 for 1 today. Reached on a walk and then eventually came around to score on an interesting pick-off attempt, steal attempt, throw home. I thought the umpire called him out, but apparently it was safe. Runner on first base, nobody out. The first pitch. That ball is lofted foul down the right field line, and it's 0-1. But like I was mentioning, Andre, 1-0 record with Framingham State this year with a 2.25 ERA, 1.5 whip. Had 7 walks and 4 strikeouts. The pitch, curveball that is swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's quickly 0-2. Runner on first base, nobody out. The pitch. Ball low and away in the dirt, and it's a 1-2 count now. The 1-2. Fouled off down the right field line, and we'll do it all over again at 1-2. The 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike. Oh, no, actually not strike 3. Oh, yes, it is strike 3. The umpire kind of didn't do a... I guess because he swung, it wasn't an emphatic strike 3, but Maxwell walks back to the dugout. And there is one away. That'll bring up Dakota Britt. He does not have an official at-bat today thus far. Walked and was hit by a pitch and then eventually came around to score in his first play appearance. That pitch is a curveball, misses low and away, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-1 pitch. Pickoff throw, and they get him in a rundown. Throw down to second base, and they don't get him! Rice slides in safely, and looked like they had him dead to rights, but JT Rice is able to slide in head first safely into the bag underneath the tag by Whitehead. Now runner in scoring position with one away. The pitch. Curveball popped foul down the left field line. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's quickly 0-2. That was a filthy curveball by Andre. Got Dennis to swing both out in front a little bit and well above the pitch break. The 0-2. Another curveball. This one is lofted high into the center of the diamond, coming in and making the catch of the third baseman, Stellato. And that'll be out number 2. That'll bring up Garrett Dennis, who is 1 for 2 today. The big hit was the home run. As that ball... I think Dennis took the first pitch and hit it out. We'll wait to see the... Oh, no, excuse me. JT Rice stole third without any throw. And then Gisa tried to throw it to third on the steal attempt. But then it was an error allowing Rice to score. So now it is 5-0. The pitch. Ball low. It's a 3-0 count now to Dennis. The 3-0 is a strike at the knees, and it's a 3-1 count now. The 3-1. Strike on the low outside corner, and it's now a full count to Dennis. Dennis would love to put a charge into another one. Already with a home run today. That pitch misses low and away. And Dennis will work the walk. So runner on first base with 2 away. That'll bring up Ethan Hambrick. And actually have some pinch hitters. That was Alcorn, who came in. That was Joe Alcorn who came in for Dennis. And now we have Jalen Morris in for Hambrick. The first pitch to Morris is a curveball up and in. 1-0 count now. Jalen Morris thus far this season batting .200 with 2 runs, 1 home run, and 2 RBI. That pitch is fouled off. Morris from the Midlands in South Carolina went to Dreher. Went to Dreher High School and is currently at Coker. The pitch. Ball just a little bit low. 3-1 count now. The 3-1. Swung line, chopped over to the third baseman. Corralling it and throwing on the first base is Stellato in time for the final out of the inning, but not before the Generals put another run on the board. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. After 5 full, it's 5-0 Generals here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Two, 3, 4 due up for the Surf as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Sean Taylor out there for his 5th inning of work. Or excuse me, his 6th inning of work. Top of the 6th. And they will be Peyton Whitehead leading it off. Whitehead 1 for 2 today with a single. This is the second of 3 games here at Myrtle Beach. And that pitch, curveball, misses low. 1-0 count to Whitehead. The third upcoming game will be the Pawleys Island Man Wars against the Briarcliff Seagulls. The 1-0 misses inside and almost plunks him, but just missing. And it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 fastball, or more of a changeup that gets Whitehead to swing out in front of it. And it's 1-2. Sean Taylor still working strong. The 1-2. Fastball misses high. 2-2 count now. So we have one more game this afternoon. Pawleys Island Man Wars against the Briarcliff Seagulls. Following this one, like I mentioned earlier, there is a forecast of rain for the latter afternoon. So we'll see if we can get that one in. As that ball is lined out into left field. In there for a base hit. A sharp line drive right into no man's land in left field. And there is a runner on first base now with nobody out. That'll bring up Robert Johnston. He is 1 for 1 today with a single. The first pitch to Johnston is swung on and chopped over to the second baseman. He'll try to throw to second, and the throw gets away and will go all the way out into left field, and that will allow Whitehead to advance to third. A poor decision by Farrell at second base. That ball was a high chopper into the hole. He had to range to his right. He ranged to his left and fielded in the hole. And instead of just flipping it to first base to get the easy out, he tries to spin and throw to second base. It was a wide throw well past Nipper, and it goes out into left field, allowing both runners to advance. So mark that as a fielder's choice and an E4. That brings up Carlos Diaz. The first pitch to Diaz is a ball inside, and it's a 1-0 count. Diaz 0 for 2 today, struck out looking in both of his first 2 at-bats, both times ending innings, the first and the third. This time not a chance of ending an inning if he strikes out, but certainly would like to avoid the hat trick. That's a curveball that drops in at the knees. And it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Curveball fouled back to the screen. And we'll do it all over again at 1-2. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. This is the Surf's best opportunity in this game thus far. Haven't been able to get much of anything going offensively against Sean Taylor. The pitch. Curveball that is swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's one away. Good bounce back strikeout for Taylor. That'll bring up Anthony Stellato. He's 0 for 2 today. Popped out to the third baseman and flew out to left field. The first pitch to Stellato. Fastball misses up and away. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Strike on the low outside corner, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. Fouled back. And it's a 1-2 count now. One and two, one away. Runners on first and second. The pitch. Misses outside. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Curveball popped high down the left field line. We'll see if it stays in play. It will not. It'll just drop behind the fence. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. Sean Taylor up to 95. This will be his 95th pitch. The pitch. Swung on and line back up the middle. That'll get it through the hole into center field. One run will score. The runner at second base will be held up as Maxwell throws a bullet home. But an RBI single for Anthony Stellato, and that's the first run of the game for the Surf. It is now 5-1. Runners at the corner with one away. That'll bring up Austin Gisa. He's 1 for 2 today, and now a pitching mound visit by Nick Grosso trying to see what to do. Just talking strategy this time around with Taylor. But we'll see how much longer of a leash Taylor has on the mound. Especially considering he's getting up there in pitch count. He's up to 95 pitches, like I mentioned, as a cloud covers the sun and gives this field some much-needed shade. The pitch is swung on and grounded over to the third baseman. He'll throw on the first base, and it's a wide throw. Correa airmails it, and that will allow Johnston to score from third. And E5 not only allows a run to score, but both runners advance another base, and now there are two runners in scoring position with one away. And now it is a 5-2 ball game. So now runners on second and third with one away. That'll bring up Tyler Pulliam. He is 1 for 1 today. Reached on a hit by a pitch and hit a single. The first pitch to Pulliam. Ball well outside, and it gets past Courier at the plate. And that will allow Stellato to come in standing. A pass ball. And now it is 5-3. And the wheels are starting to come off for the Generals. That also allows Gisa to move up to third. So now the tying run is at the plate. The 1-0. Strike on the low outside corner, and it's 1-1. And like I mentioned, with that pitch count rising, this will now be... That pitch is fouled back. And it's 1-2. With this pitch will now be Taylor's 100th pitch of the day. You'll have to wonder how much longer of a leash he has. The 1-2. That ball swung on and tipped at the plate. And we'll do it all over again at 1-2. It looked like Taylor would be able to go the complete game shutout. But now with the shutout clearly gone, that ball's grounded through the hole. Hits off the edge of Correa's glove. He tried to make the play, but he's not able to hang on to it, and it slowed it down enough to where Nipper couldn't make a play on it. And that will be an RBI single for Pulliam. And now it is a 5-4 ball game. That'll bring up Austin Maiden. Pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Pulliam close. Maiden is 0 for 2 today, reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. The first pitch is swung on and fouled down the left field line. And it's 0-1. Game-tying run is on first base. Four runs already coming in this inning. The pitch. Curveball. That ball is lined into left field, in for a base hit. And that'll be a single for Min. Now there's runners at first and second with one away. And you have to wonder, and now it looks like that will be the end of the day for Sean Taylor, as Nick Grasso makes the slow walk out to the mound. And he will take the ball from Sean Taylor. Taylor still responsible for the two runners on base. Could still theoretically get the win, but also could theoretically get the loss if both of those runners were to score and the Generals were not able to reclaim the lead or tie the game back up. So we'll take a quick break and come right back. We'll give you the new pitchers information when we return. 5-4 Generals in the lead, but the Surf are threatening here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Still waiting on official confirmation on who the new pitcher is. But either way, we do have a new pitcher on the mound. The first pitch is a ball low, and it's 1-0 to Robbie Manor, who is 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to the second baseman to end the second inning, as that pitch is a ball high. And it's a 2-0 count. And popped out to the shortstop to begin the fifth. The 2-0 pitch. Ball outside. 3-0 count now. The 3-0 misses inside. And actually the first pitch was a called strike, so now it's a 3-1 count. The 3-1 up and in, and it plunks Manor, and he'll head to first base on the hit by a pitch. Would have been ball 4 anyway, but now bases are loaded, and that'll bring up Zuri Dublin, who is 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, trying to avoid the hat trick. And it is a new guy on the roster. Let's see if he is on the original roster or not. The first pitch to Dublin is a ball just off the plate, and actually it's the third pitch. It's a 1-2 count now, and it is Carmichael McLeod. The pitch is a strike on the low outside corner. It's now a 2-2 count. It's Carmichael McLeod who's pitching, and he has a very funky delivery. Brings his arm all the way back as that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 away. That's the hat trick for Dublin. And now we bring it back to the top of the order, and Nate Melvin, who is 0 for 3 himself, with a strikeout and 2 flyouts. Bases are loaded, 2 away. Big moment in this ball game. Probably the biggest moment we've had thus far. That pitch is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's 0-1. But like I was mentioning, Carmichael McLeod has a very funky delivery. Has a relatively high leg kick, and then brings his arm all the way back before throwing it. That ball is grounded over to the second baseman, Farrell. He'll throw on to first base in time for the final out of the inning, but not before the Surf cut the lead down to 1. 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. After 5.5, it is 5-4 Generals here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 5, 6, 7 due up as the first pitch is lofted out into shallow center field. Whitehead will range back and make the catch for the first out of the inning. That was Zach Kibler who popped that one up to lead off the 6th inning. Now the 7-hitter Rob Correa is up to the plate. Correa 0 for 2 today as the first pitch is a strike on the low outside corner. And it's 0-1. A ground out and a pop out for Correa. That pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's quickly 0-2. Andre out there in his 3rd inning of work, and he's been very effective. Did give up the 1 run. That pitch misses low and away. 1-2. Did give up the home run and gave up the run in the last inning, although that wasn't entirely his fault as that pitch misses low and away. 1-2 count now. The 1-2 misses low and inside. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Swung on and grounded over to the shortstop. Fielded by Whitehead. Thrown on to first base in time for the 2nd out of the inning. Surf would love to get out of this inning early and have the potential to tie the game up in the top half of the 7th inning. They would need to do so in order to have this game continue and have any chance of at least tying it, as that pitch is a curveball that drops in on the inside part of the plate. And it's 0-1 to Jackson Nipper, who is 0 for 1 today. Reached on a walk and struck out looking. The 0-1 misses high. It's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 strike inside, and it's a 1-2 count. That was a good curveball that drops in on the inside part of the plate. The 1-2 misses up and away. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Swung on and hit right up the middle, but right at Whitehead at shortstop. Trying to field it, tried to scoop it, did Johnston, but in the process he flipped it up in the air and caught it on the way down, but he got full possession of the ball after Nipper had touched first base. So it's an infield single for Nipper. And there is a runner on first base with 2 away. I don't know if you really could count that as an error, because it was still a good throw as that ball is grounded over to the shortstop. This time he throws it right on to Johnston for the final out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 6 full, last chance for the Surf. Down by 1 as we head to the top half of the 7th inning here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Top of the 7th inning, it will be the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for the Surf, and they will face off against a new pitcher and a risky move by the Generals right here, as JT Rice will come in to pitch for the Generals. He has pitched 7 2/3 innings this year thus far on 2 appearances. The first pitch is well outside, and it's 1-0 to Payne Whitehead, who is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored. But JT Rice he was not initially listed as a pitcher on the roster when the rosters were released at the beginning of the season. That pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's a 1-1 count. So risky business bringing him in, trying to close this one out. Does have 1 win this season, and has only given up 4 hits, has not given up an earned run yet. So maybe he is the man for the job. That ball's popped high into shallow center field, ranging out. Now coming in is the center fielder, Maxwell, and he will make the catch for the first out of the inning. At first it looked like Farrell was going to take it from second, but Maxwell called him off and rushed in to make the catch, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Robert Johnston. He is 1 for 2 today. 1 for 2 today. Hit a single, reached on a fielder's choice, came around to score off of that fielder's choice, and also walked. The first pitch to Johnston. Ball up and away, and it's a 1-0 count. Rice has only allowed 4 hits this season thus far, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts, and has a .78 whip, a 0 ERA. So he's done well this season thus far. That pitch is a strike on the low inside corner, and it's 1-1. So for not being listed as a pitcher coming into the season, he's done very well for himself on the bump. The 1-1. Long look, now deals. Ball low. And it's a 2-1 count now. He's trying to close this one out. We'll see if he's able to do it. The pitch. Called strike at the knees, and it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3, and the Surf are down to their final out. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Carlos Diaz, who he's trying to avoid something that you don't see very often in the Beach Collegiate League, just based off of the amount of innings played. But Diaz has the potential to get the golden sombrero. Already has the hat trick today with 3 strikeouts. Would certainly love to avoid that ignominy of the golden sombrero to end the game. As now Courier goes out to talk with Rice. With Rice taking over on the mound, Dakota Britt took over in left field, and Wesley, as the first pitch is a ball outside, and it's 1-0. Gets past Courier at the plate, but with no one on base, no harm, no foul. Wesley Shelton comes in out in right field. So there are your defensive changes that occurred this inning. The 1-0 pitch. Ball up. 2-0 count now. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Excuse me, strike 1, and it's 2-1. A cloud starting to cover this field, giving some shade throughout the majority of the field, now completely covering the field. The 2-1. Ball low and away. 3-1 count now. Like I mentioned, there is the chance of rain this afternoon, and with how the games have gone, and with the fact that these games have gone a little longer than initially planned, we'll see if we'll be able to get through the third game completely. Certainly hope so. The 3-1 misses up and in. And that's a walk for Diaz. So he does get on base today. Avoids the golden sombrero. And now Anthony Stellato will step into the box. And he'll try to keep this game alive. The Surf still down to their final out. Stellato is 1 for 3 today with an RBI single and came around to score. That pitch is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's 0-1 to Stellato. The 0-1. Strike on the low outside corner again. And now the Surf are down to their final strike. Runner on first base. 2 away. It is a 5-4 ball game. The pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll end the ball game. Final score, the Palmetto Generals win it 5-4. They extend their lead of the league, moving up to 10-3-1. The Surf drop down to 5-7-1. The winning pitcher is Sean Taylor. The loss is saddled to Emerson Chikolsky, and the save goes to JT Rice. Once again, final score 5-4, the Generals win this one and continue their winning ways. That'll just about wrap it up for me this afternoon. Once again, final score 5-4, Generals win this one. We have one more game left to go this afternoon, so be sure to join me then. Until next time, I'm Brandon Biscobang saying so long, and we'll talk to you guys in just a little bit.